Well, for more on this topic, I spoke to Nikolai Ostapenko, Associate Professor at the University of the District of Columbia. I started by asking him which brands and products are winning the hearts of Chinese consumers and why.
There are many brands. The most important 50% of the market share are foreign brands like L'Oreal, Procter & Gamble, Shiseido, and the like. And those brands are pretty expensive. But the locally available more than 4,000 different Chinese brands. So the industry is very competitive, and it grows 8% a year. And though the economy is slightly slowing down in manufacturing, consumer markets and sales of cosmetics are booming.
Now, what about the demographics of people who are really pushing the industry to grow? Are you seeing that more with the younger demographic or those with more disposable income? Who tends to really spend the most and kind of shape what businesses try and tailor their needs to?
It's a very big country. There are different segments. The rich people go for brand cosmetics, very expensive, like $65 to $100 per item. Mid-level, like young professionals and professionals, they go for mid-price cosmetics. It's a combination of foreign brands and local brands. Big interest in this segment is to natural, organic, and cosmetics that was never tested on animals. And if you're low income, there is a fake cosmetic market that is available and unfortunately steals a lot of money from real cosmetic companies.
So it definitely sounds like there's a lot of competition out there, not just with the domestic and the international brands, but then unfortunately also with some of the fake brands. So what are companies doing to really try and stand out? How are they staying competitive?
They just compete. Unfortunately, it used to be until recently only price competition. And quite recently, they started to do quality and positioning strategies, differentiate by quality and ingredients, and cater to more narrow segments, not mass market people.
Now, let's also look at China's cross-border e-commerce boom. What are your thoughts on some of the factors that are really driving that?
This is a very new and booming industry. Online sales are growing exponentially. They're stealing market share from retailers, and those clicks, they generate enormous amount of revenue. Alibaba is selling a lot of cosmetics. Amazon recently became more successful online, and there are some giants like Walmart China. And also, a lot of Chinese discovered that prices online are very competitive, and a lot of cross-border transactions due to lower tariffs on import and parcels to China from South Korea and Japan. They also generate a lot of revenue and opportunities for people to buy cheaper cosmetic products.
Now, e-commerce is one part of the pie, but also there's a lot more that comes with technology. You have social media, you have big data, all these things that are really playing a role. How do you see that shaping the industry?
This is very important, and social media is the place where people actually talk. It used to be word of mouth. Now the word of mouth is digital, and a lot of promotion, a lot of free samples, a lot of exposure the social media in China gives the cosmetics products, and that's especially young people. Mostly, they get better value when they shop via social media outlet.
And as we look ahead in the industry, what do you see as the biggest bright spots and perhaps the biggest potential hurdles?
Bright spots. Sales of perfumes in China are very minimal, and people prefer to acquire scents via cosmetic products. So this is a huge problem for major sellers of perfumes, that people do not want to pay that much money for just perfumes. So this is a potential market, and probably we need to design different strategies for this. In terms of problems, it could be intensified competition from other brands, especially South Korean companies are extremely active. They're stealing market share from Shiseido because they're cheaper. And of course, the fake cosmetics is still a big problem, so they still have to figure it out.